What's up, Jones Bones? It is your girl, Unitedly Random, and
Stu the husband.
And we're going to go get some pho, because I'm so pho-king hungry. Teehee. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Stu just got home, and as soon as he got home, I was like, hey, we getting back in the car, and I want to go all the way to a little spot in Far Park, because I have a pho place that I just love, okay? And I thought that while we were down there, we could stop and go to my childhood home to see if there's any mail in the car. Now, you guys know, or do you? I think you guys know, like about a year ago or so, I cut my mom out of my life. Like, I gave her back the car and I was like, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. And yeah, I went back and forth with, is this really the decision that I want to make? But every time I tried to call my mom up, she never called me back. So therefore, I walked away, but my mom made sure I stayed away. You get me? Anyway, one of the things that she does actually is put the mail that I have inside of the car. And since we haven't been talking, I don't know if there's mail in the car or not. She just kind of throws it in there. I know that we went to check at my house a while ago, and there was mail in the car when we went. It was junk mail, but there was still mail in the car. So I think she's keeping up. What are you doing with your eye?
It's itchy.
Oh my gosh. Your hands aren't clean digging in your eye.
What makes you think my hands aren't clean?
You just touch your steering wheel. And how many times do you clean your steering wheel?
Every now and again.
So that's the thing. We're gonna get there, be like, okay, we're gonna eat some delicious food. I'm gonna go to the car, see if I got any mail, and then we're gonna make the end of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was telling Stuart a little bit about my day, and I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about my day after this intro.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
That was smooth, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. It always is.
So I already told this to Stuart, but I'm just telling him again since y'all are in the car. But there was multiple things that happened today, right? You feel me? I did get around to putting all of the clothes up, like I said I would.
Good.
I collected all of the socks, and I did not put the socks together. The socks are still apart, and they're waiting on us to watch a Netflix show and freaking put socks together, okay? So I did that, and I loaded the dishwasher and I unloaded the dishwasher. Okay, yeah. I'm up and at 'em. So I did that, and the bug exterminator dude came in, and he was like, hello, can I come in your house? And I was like, yeah, you can come in. And he came in, and it was an older white gentleman. And he came in, and I was like, I'm sorry, the place is not clean, it's a mess. He came in, and I was giving him like the rundown. Anytime you got somebody coming over to your house, you be like, look, expect the worst, and it's not the worst. You're gonna come in and you're gonna be like, it's not that bad, but you still tell them that it's gonna be horrible, because then they come in and they're like, oh, okay, this is okay. Eevee, oh, it's a Pikachu on our Ultima. The vibes are immaculate. Anyway, so he comes in and he looks around and he's like, this isn't that bad. And I'm like, yeah, but excuse me for the mess. And anyway, he's like, oh yeah, and he's putting down and he's like, have you seen any bugs? And I'm like, nah, not really. And he's like, okay, cool, I can go upstairs and put this in your bedroom. And at this point, I was like, he sure wants to see the place, okay? And I was like, give me a second, let me go upstairs, make sure there's no panties on the floor. And so I go upstairs and I'm like, okay, you're good, you can come on up. And he's like, oh, you sure? And I'm like, yeah, you're good, I don't want bugs, so this is what we gotta do. So he comes up and he goes into the bathroom, and like, the thing is, the way he came upstairs, I was upstairs, and then he looked around the bedroom, and then he walked into like the little thing by the sink, and then he looked at what was on my sink. Like, it's like you invite someone over and they look in your medicine cabinet.
Hell yeah, I be doing that too.
That
I
was
be
the
going through people's
vibe.
drawers too.
But he was doing it in front of me, and I was like, okay. And then he goes in the bathroom, and then he comes back out, and I was just like, again, I'm so sorry for the mess. And he's like, no, you're good. And he like pats my back, and he's like kind of like, he's like standing, like, it's not like, oh, I'm patting the shoulder, he's patting this, he's close, okay? And he's like, yeah, everything's okay. And like, I walk him to the door, and he's like, what's your name? And I was like, oh, my name is this. And he's like, oh, my name is this. And he wanted to shake my hand at the door, and he's smiling, and I'm just like, he gonna go home and look up Ebony tonight. That's just how I felt with that interaction, okay? Because he was like, oh, she's such a pleasant black, you know? I don't know. It was weird. But also, I didn't feel like too unsafe. But when Stuart came in, I was like, let me tell you about this. And I was like, this is what happens when you are a woman and you're in the house alone. And I was like, that's just how I feel. Like, when you're alone, you know, he didn't give me like grandfather vibes. He gave me like fatherly vibes. But I'm a complete stranger that he just put his hands on. You know what I mean? So it's kind of weird. But also, like, I didn't feel like he was attacking me. Because, you know, I done dealt with a lot of people. I done dealt with a lot of people that attack. And he definitely didn't give me that vibe. Like, okay. But it was a little weird. It was a little weird. So how do you feel about that? You gonna leave me home alone again?
I was just thinking, like, what if he was like, oh, you know, I need to make sure your panty drawers are free of bugs too.
That's not even sexy, if we're gonna be honest. That'd be kind of.
His hand on your back sexy?
No, but I'm just saying, like, you know, like, I don't know.
What part of a dude being creepy in your house is sexy?
My CNC is coming up.
What's that?
CNC kink. Consent, no consent.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, that's what happened. We're gonna get to the place, and I'm gonna like show y'all the place if it's not too dark, and I'm gonna show y'all the food, and then that's gonna pretty much be it for today's vlog. It's me getting what I want because I'm a boss. But also my arm is starting to hurt, so this camera is gonna go down right about now. So we just got here to PHO-king. I think that's what it's called. PHO-king. And it's in, where is this? Forest Park, Atlanta area? The Forest Park, Atlanta area. Because, you know, Home Depot counts as Atlanta.
Lines are weird.
Yeah, lines are always weird. But yeah, did I mess up the camera? Anyway, we're on our way to go inside the restaurant. We both got on masks. Even though we are fully vaccinated, I still want to go into the restaurant with a mask on because I feel like it's better. It seems like they're pretty busy. I'm not going to try to talk at the table, but I'm going to show you guys the menu, and I'm going to show you guys the food. And then we're going to talk about the menu and the food once we get back to the car, okay? I hope my camera doesn't go dead, though. A couple minutes.
They have Lisa Frank Crocs. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
They came right up. Oh, those are interesting. Oh, American businesswoman.
Oh, I remember they have bubble tea here.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get something. Left the restaurant and my food was busting. What about your food? Oh my, I can feel it. I can feel it. I did not finish my plate. This was the first time though I did not finish my plate, but I did not leave with like leftovers. The food was different though, and I gotta say, I'm used to it being a certain way. It's been like maybe a year, not a whole year, since we've been down in like Forest Park area. But still, like when we left, we ate here and I was like, voila. But today everything wasn't at the quality that I'm used to it being. Okay. And I know I sound like I complain all the time, but still the problem was, okay, the cucumbers weren't even crunchy. That's what I loved about the food. You know, the tomatoes were nice and firm. The cucumbers, when you bite into it, no, like who wants a soft cucumber? You know what I'm saying?
People who like pickles.
I want my pickles hard too. My pickle, I want a crunch when I bite into it. You know what I'm saying?
Most
like
pickles I've come across are kind of soft.
Okay, well, we're not talking about your pickles, Stuart. Anyway, what do you have to say about the food? Because he had pho, and so like, you know, pho, you know, rice noodles, you know, even the rice noodles were different from what I noticed. Like the taste did not, it wasn't like the taste, but it was like the texture of the noodle was a little different. So I'm thinking that maybe the building changed owners recently.
It's just been a long time, so you don't remember what it's supposed to taste like.
I'm thinking that that's the biggest insult that you can give me, that I wouldn't remember what something tastes like. I remember, and I'm saying everything was the same, but it was different. And I'm just pointing that out there. The preparation, even the what do you call the little bean sprouts? Bean sprouts had mold on them.
What bean sprouts had mold on them?
Yeah.
You put it in the box. Why would you take moldy bean sprouts, and why wouldn't you have pointed it out to me? Where did you see the mold?
You be eating everything, so like I just noticed some things. And no, keep going.
Is that him?
I think so. Yes, that's him. I'm recording for you too.
I mean, you don't have to put this part in.
Yeah, it's going in. I'm just shook, you know. Was the car there? So we drove by my my childhood home, and my brother was there taking out the trash when we pulled up. So yeah. You know. Wow. You always wonder how you're gonna react the next time you see your molester. And I never expected I'd just be like, keep going. I was like, at first I was gonna like duck, but I was like, nah, he's not gonna know it's me.
He doesn't know my car.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't have to duck. But yeah. So my mom probably moved him in.
I believe it.
Yeah, I mean, she moved him in like 2 days after I left, so.
Damn, that pothole gets worse every time.
I just feel like saying something. I feel like my mom chose my brother over me. And I think that the reason that she did is because she never loved me. I'm making a joke out of it, but yeah. I felt less growing up. And I felt like she loved him more. And at the end of the day, I couldn't do half of what my brother did. I just told my mom, hey, some of the things you did to me in my childhood left me with scars. And I tried to point out one of the things, and I walked out, and I didn't call her back. I didn't screen any of her calls. She didn't call me, too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't screen any of her text messages. She stopped texting, too. You know what I mean? Actually, she hadn't texted me. She had not texted me. After a while, she started to take anything she wanted to say, she would try to do it through Stuart. Even before we had a big fight. So look at me. I'm rubbing my knee. Self-soothing. But yeah. Real life. Gang. What do you have to say?
It's really been over a year now.
Yeah.